Okay, it's Monday morning. It's the 23rd. It's about 6:10 a.m. I'm on my way to work. We got about 6 inches overnight, another inch since I got up, and I got a few more coming today. So let's go hit the road. So I've never actually done this before, but I thought it might be neat just to record my driving to work because, you know, why not? It's a little loud, I realize, on the old eardrums from that heat, but I gotta keep the window clear. So I woke up at 4:30 this morning so I could head out for the day. I am working the floor today, so I need to make sure I'm there in time to relieve my night shift crew. The thought process is that the state closed yesterday, all the schools are closed today, and a lot of businesses are closed and whatnot, so the hope is that people are not out and about driving. But because that, the roads really aren't the best taken care of. Like I said, I got up at 4:30, so I go clean the driveway. We had about 5-6 inches on the ground when I got outside this morning. Not heavy, wet snow, thank God. I mean, there's definitely some moisture to it, but I was able to take my wide shovel to the majority of my driveway, push it to the edges, even edge with it, and then I did have to get the snow blower out a little after, about 5:15, so hopefully I didn't wake up my neighbors too badly, so I could do the ends of the driveway, because I have 2 ends of driveway that I have to do, which I love my driveway in every month, but every season but winter, so you know, I love my driveway half the year. Because I have 2 ends to clean out. If you never clean out the end of a driveway, you know it sucks, because that's where the snow plow packs all the snow from the road. Oh, yeah, see? I don't know if this camera's picking it up well, but there is several inches of snow on the ground in different spots. Anyhow, so once I got my driveway cleaned out, I was already about a ½ inch better on the ground by the time I finished up from when I started, and then went in, showered, got ready. I left all my food at home, I'm now realizing. So I gotta turn around and go back because I'm working a 16-hour shift, and I can't work a 16-hour shift without any food. That is very embarrassing, but I tried to put everything together last night so that this morning I could put my work bag out, my lunchbox out, everything I needed, but I forgot all my food in the fridge. My lunchbox just has my dry goods, so like I gotta go get my taco meat and everything else. None of the thing that you guys care about, but yeah. Alright, turning back down on my road now. This is Pine Street. Oh, fishtail around. The top part of my driveway. Alright, I will be right back. Okay, we are back. I slipped and fell in the driveway, so that was fun. On the way out, or way in, that is. But I do now have all my taco meat to get me through the day. Alright, brakes don't want to stop, that's okay. Nobody's coming. Snow's really coming down now. Punch it, Chewy. Driving in a snowstorm, that's what it feels like every time you put your high beams on. I'll show you here in a minute. We'll get to an area there's no street lights. And no oncoming cars, because last thing you want to do is blindside. Looks like, you see too much dashboard. Punch it, Chewy. So now we've gotten further than we did the first time around. Hurts and my butt hurts for falling because I fell on my wallet, because I am still archaic and have a wallet in my back pocket. Oh, this is a really good spot. Punch it, Chewy. Side, going back into the house, I got Cherry Coke Zero. I don't normally drink soda this early in my day, but I've already been up 2 hours. Had a workout essentially. Downside is high beam makes it more difficult to see when driving in the snow. Windshield's drying out. That's why they're scraping like that. So far, roads haven't been that bad as far as traction wise. We had crappy tires, but did good. I'll see what the old interstate looks like. Usually not great. Yep, ramp is all slush. They've been buying a while to clean that up. So we have reached that main issue in the main winter where your windshield is starting to freeze up, so you got to make it hotter in the vehicle so your windshield wipers will clean the window, but it's too hot in the vehicle itself for the person, so now you got to open your windows. Sure makes for great audio. entity that maintains the turnpike, which runs from Kittery at mile 0, New Hampshire border, to Augusta, mile 109. So we are getting on the main turnpike right now. And typically, the main turnpike is a much better... Oh, shit. Can't even see any lanes. Much better maintained road than most other roads. As you can see, it is completely snow covered. I've only got about 6 miles till we hit the interstate. So the interstate is the section of road that runs north of 109 to the Canadian border. It's about 200 miles. And the interstate is maintained by the Maine Department of Transportation, which has its own budget and does not do as good of a job as the Maine Turnpike Authority when it comes to cleaning and maintaining the road. So you can see some sort of resemblance of a lane here, so I knew where I was going. So the Maine Turnpike Authority is a private entity that was created to construct the Maine Turnpike. And basically the deal is if they ever turn a profit, then they have to disband. So that's why they're always doing construction. That's why they pay so well. That's why the road typically is a lot better maintained. The turnpike is a toll highway, essentially. It's a very sketchy ride to work. Oh good, someone's going to pass me because I'm going to reduce the speed limit of 45, and that is insufficient for their tiny car. They must have magic tires. So I paused it for a few minutes. Actually, whiteout has gotten worse since I left the house. It's actually the worst I've seen the turnpike in a long time. Usually you can rely on the turnpike to be pretty well maintained, and then when you hit the interstate at 109 when the turnpike ends, it gets sketchy. That's what I'm fully expecting. It would be really bad if we got sketchier than this at 109. Someone coming up to pass me again. Sucks the most about this storm is I am working the desk from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. The because state offices are closed today, I work in a state building. Well, it's not a state building per se, but the state rents about 3/4 of this enormous building. And the state does not maintain the parking lot or anything. That is maintained by the building owners that the state rents or leases the office space from. And the years gone by, and they have not done a great job, whoever they contracted, of maintaining the parking lot. And a lot of times, they don't tell you that they're plowing, even though we've asked them to, so we can move our vehicles, so that way we don't get plowed in. Or they just don't bother to plow because no one's going to be there, except us essential services personnel, 911 dispatchers who kind of need to be there. These people are driving what I call dangerously slow. If you're driving too slow, you will lose all traction when you're going uphill. And there is a hill up ahead for us to go up. There's nothing worse than being behind a vehicle that suddenly stops going up a hill in a snowstorm because they lose all traction and they start sliding backwards down the hill. It just happened many times. I've taken many, many calls about that exact sort of thing. So anyhow, because there's nobody in the building, quote unquote, they don't tend to do a great job on the parking lot. Leaves us to fend for ourselves, so I always bring a shovel with me. So I have a shovel in my van just in case I need it to either get into a parking spot, because that's happened, or more importantly, to get out of my parking spot when I go to leave. And the storm's supposed to go through and wrap up around 8 o'clock tonight, 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, when I last saw. So the thought process behind that would be they will be out after the snow stops to clean the parking lot thoroughly, so that way they don't have to do it overnight or early in the morning. And again, we would ask them to call us and move our vehicles, and they most likely won't. If they prove me wrong, I would be absolutely ecstatic. I had to turn around and go back and get my food. So, and I would have been in deep doo-doo had I not, because there's nothing at the office for me to eat. We don't have a cafeteria open today. Even then, there'd be nothing for evening shift. I got to bring breakfast, lunch, and dinner with me today. Yep, there is. This back town sucks. Here's hoping we hit all the green lights. It's 21 minutes long. No one's going to watch this in its entirety. But if you did, this is my route traveling from Gardner, Maine to Augusta, Maine, so I can go work. So now I'm dispatching from Maine state of Maine. We cover Maine State Police, Kenner County Sheriff's Office, Gardner PD, all other state agencies, plus multiple fire and rescue agencies in Kennebec County and Southern Oxford / Northern York County. midnights, and he's got a big tall truck, and just, hey, waiting on you to get here so I can get in the driveway, because I had to wait for him to burst into the snowbank so I could follow his snow tracks in, because my van wasn't going to clear that snowbank, that's for sure. I'm actually quite surprised that they've been out here at all. This morning, plowing this lawn. Normally the rule is you don't park on the end. Because that's where they have a hard time making corners. You enjoyed my exciting, adventurous drive into work tonight. Yeah, we're going to call that a day. More time, punchy, chewy. Yeah, it's not the same effect when you're not driving.